We're back. Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly is back. And Mike's here. Welcome to this show. We're going to be talking about Pleasure Beach, and even more Pleasure Beach. We got quite a bit of praise off everyone for being really honest about opening weekend at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So that's what we're going to be discussing in today's episode mainly. So we'll take you to the intro and then we'll see you in a minute. So, hello everyone, it's nice to see you and it's nice to have found this man. I know many of you have been asking where he is, especially Mike Mondays. We've got an announcement to make about that soon. You'll see that probably before this episode's gone on, so we won't make the announcement in this video. Yeah. There's no real need, is there? Because by this point you'll know exactly what's happening with Mike Monday. And if you don't, there'll be a little card in the top of the screen. So Mike, I'm going to let you get a word in. Say something.
Hello.
There we go, that's his only word.
I've been hiding in Manchester.
Yeah, he's been working hard for a change. Makes a change, actually. Yeah, it really does make a change. But yeah, he's been working hard, saving the pennies for when we go on what's pretty much a PBE mega trip.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we've got a lot of things to discuss about Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and we've got quite a lot of praise for being openly honest about what we thought about opening weekend, and I appreciate the feedback on that because it was quite tough for us to sort of, we weren't sticking the knife in Pleasure Beach, we were just being honest. But it's difficult to sort of say those things that we said because we've got such great relations with people at the Pleasure Beach, but we feel that we would have been cheating everyone who watched the video if we'd have gone, it was a great day.
And not only that, but you sit there and you go, well, there were like 50 other videos.
Yeah.
And when 48 of them are slagging the place off left, right and centre, you cannot sit there and go, oh yeah, it's great, everything's fine.
I think if we'd have gone and seen everything that happened and been like, yeah, best day at Pleasure Beach, greatest opening day ever and all this, that and other, and I think it would have just been seen as blind fanboyism. Yeah. And we didn't have a great weekend. No. I mean, we had a good weekend in Blackpool, but we didn't have a great weekend at the Pleasure Beach.
The way I put it was, I'd have had a better weekend if I'd not set foot in the park.
Yeah. So that takes
without sticking a boot in too much.
Yeah.
Because we've done that.
Yeah, we weren't even trying to stick the boot in, we're just being honest. And I think if you saw the vlog, the vlog that wasn't a vlog that I filmed last weekend, or 2 weeks ago now at the Pleasure Beach with Mark and Jimmy, we weren't critical of Pleasure Beach that day. We were very respectful and praised the Pleasure Beach a lot that day, and we thought it was a massive improvement. Now, whilst we're filming this, we're going Pleasure Beach tomorrow, so it's the third weekend of the WoW weekends while we're filming, so we don't know for sure how it's going to go. So it'd be interesting to see, but it's a Sunday that we're going, so it should be alright. And again, hopefully by this point the vlog should be on, because we're definitely going to be doing a vlog that day. So the first question we've got really, and it's something that we'd like you to get involved in as well in the comments, is does the Pleasure Beach open too early in the year? Now, I'm going to let Mike start on this and I'll probably keep interrupting him with my opinions whilst he's talking, which is what we're really good at doing, interrupting each other. Yeah. But that's what we're like when we're off camera as well.
Pretty much.
We just can't wait to get a word in. Yeah. So, on you go.
Well, my answer is yes, it does.
Why?
It was evident from opening weekend that there's more prep to be done than had actually been done. It's something went badly wrong on opening weekend. And normally, we know from when you look back and you look at opening days of every theme park in the country, the first day, there's always glitches. Yeah. You look around, Towers usually struggles, Thorpe usually struggles, and Pleasure Beach usually struggles, they all do. But what I normally notice on opening weekend is they'll struggle on the Saturday and they'll fix it on the Sunday. Normally the opening Sunday at Pleasure Beach runs a lot better than the Saturday, but for some reason this year it didn't. Now, I've got a couple of theories on that. One of them is that there was that many free tickets given out on the Saturday to enthusiasts who'd bought wristbands that they all then came back on the Sunday, and I suspect other visitors as well.
Next Saturday as well, yeah.
And I suspect other visitors as well. People who were going to Pleasure Beach on the Saturday and were still in Blackpool on the Sunday then went, well, we might as well go back on the Sunday. And because I think there was actually more people in the park on the Sunday. Yes, I
believe so. I'm not sure for definite.
It felt busier on the Sunday than the Saturday. Plus, the weather was unseasonably ridiculous.
One thing that we were all saying on the Saturday night after Saturday had passed, we were all saying, well, it's all right because tomorrow will be dead.
Tomorrow will be dead. We'll get on. We'll go on the big one 800 times like we always do on that.
Because we were saying, yeah, all right, Icon's had problems, but we'll get on it next week.
Tomorrow.
Or next week. And whatever.
Well, we didn't know if it was going to run at that point.
We knew the big one was going to be open, and we knew that everything else at the start of play was going to be open, except for Icon, which actually opened at the start of play as well. But we all thought, well, it's all right because it'll be quiet, but it wasn't because it was actually busier.
Like I said, the weather was unseasonably nice that weekend in Blackpool, weren't it?
See, looking back on it, I don't feel that much like, oh, what a dreadful weekend, because I had a great night in Velvet Coast on Friday, and I really enjoyed seeing people at Pleasure Beach on the Saturday, and I saw so many people at Pleasure Beach on the Saturday that I wouldn't expect to see at Pleasure Beach normally.
Yeah.
I mean,
you might not, a lot of them, well, some of them you won't see again.
I mean,
some of them won't go in Pleasure Beach again this year. That's there are some people who come to opening weekend because it's the first park open.
And to meet enthusiasts who they get on with on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, but don't get to see very often.
Yeah, and the other thing is some of them come from ridiculously long distances, so they don't come to Pleasure Beach again because likely they'll go to Thorpe, Chessington,
Towers. It's not as far.
Pleasurewood Hills, Margate,
Portland's Park,
all those places on the south coast,
and
rather than Pleasure Beach.
It's a lot easier for people in the south to get to Plopsaland in Belgium.
Yeah, we did have this discussion. Because, it's quicker.
Yeah, it is quicker because you don't have to deal with the M6 for a start.
That's a start, isn't it?
But I watched Jack Silkstone's vlog the other day, and it's people like that I feel sorry for, because I think he's only ever been to Blackpool twice.
Yeah.
And with that being his second visit only, I'm sure he had a great time with his friends, but looking at the park, he might have gone, do you know what, I might not bother again.
Yeah.
And then obviously cupcakes and coasters. You got Jordan and her friends who were there as well, who don't visit Pleasure Beach very often.
Not all often.
And they might have been going, do you know what, I'm not going to bother with this again. I'm not speaking for people, I'll just say this is how people might feel. I mean, Mullet, he's one of us.
Yeah.
He's one of us, but he lives like near Jack.
Yeah.
And he lives near Thorpe.
He lives 200 miles away.
So he's not going to go, do you know what, I'm going to go again next week. They don't have that luxury, and that they're the people I felt sorry for more than anything, because they have travelled so far compared to like what we have.
Yeah.
I mean, we've travelled far compared to, say, like people who live in Blackpool or Lytham or wherever. But we still travel quite far. But people who travel from the south, I felt really sorry for, because the weather was out and it was a great time to be at Blackpool if everything was working. But the issue was, like, big one train. Nickelodeon Street is still on one train after nearly 10 years of Nickelodeon Land. And I know it costs this amount of money to fix it, but it always has a massive queue.
Yeah.
So there's got to be the demand, surely, to get it on a second train. Something's got to change for that. Obviously Grand National being closed was unexpected, so that didn't help. But fair play to Pleasure Beach, it was open the following week. And fair play as well for getting Icon fixed so quickly. There's no sort of dig at the engineering team, because the engineering team did great to get everything ready that was ready for opening weekend. We can't unfortunately post what we've seen and everything, which is something that we can't really discuss on camera, but we have seen exactly what goes on at Pleasure Beach behind the scenes this winter, and we know how hard the engineering team worked to get so many rides ready for opening weekend, because with 5 days to go before opening weekend, we were being told from various sources that weren't in engineering, and for the record, weren't in HR, we were being told by various people that Big One wasn't going to open, Fusion wasn't going to be open, Icon was going to be on one train, Big Dipper was going to be on one train. So we never really had any enthusiasm for opening weekend before it even started, and then it just didn't go very well, did it?
No.
Let's just... So I think my opinion on do they open too early, yes and no. because I think engineering had the park pretty much ready, but rides didn't start testing until, as you may have seen from the videos we were posting. I went to Blackpool quite a lot before they opened, and I was shocked at how little was testing was so close to opening weekend. I went 1 week before they opened, and there was 2 rides testing. Now, I'm sure like 5-6 years ago, if you went a week before, the whole park was at full
I
tilt.
can remember going on past day a couple of times, and like everything. I can remember one past day virtually running round the outside of the park.
Getting
because
pictures.
we'd see national testing,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you'd hear,
Yeah.
it's like, right, big one's testing,
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
And
We'd get home and I'd have like a whole set of pictures to upload
you'd
onto
literally
the forum.
run the length of the back wall on Bond Street to get big one coming over off the helix.
I was really surprised that the testing mainly started a week before. I mean, there was bits and bobs testing, but
I do recall one year I stood on the beach for hours waiting for Big Dipper to test, going, we've got an ERT on this.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly when it was. It was 2013.
Yeah, it was.
Because I'd had a phone call 2 days before opening day saying your ERT on Big Dipper's in jeopardy because it's not ready. What would you like instead?
There'd been a load of work done on it after that.
So we were like, oh, we'll have the big one, and then we'd pretty much got the big one signed up for ERT, and then we stood there on Friday night after
It's about 6 o'clock, wasn't it?
This is before Velvet Coaster was there, so we had to go. We had to go to the Dutton Arms, but I remember us walking out of the Dutton Arms. It's like it's 9 o'clock at night, and the Big Dipper's still testing.
Were it not the night we all stayed in that hotel?
Which one? That could have been any
Seaview place.
Oh, Seaview Hotel.
A ton of us stayed there.
Seaview Hotel.
Yeah.
We also renamed it the Drugs Den because the door was pretty much revolving at the back. But the funniest part of it was there was a police station next door. And there was people coming in and out all night, and it's just like, right, I'm going to the pub because this place is dodgy. And then we went down for breakfast the next day, and the guy was like, my shop got robbed last night. Like, what shop? This is your living. What's going on here? He's like, oh, I can't make you breakfast because my shop got robbed. No, mate, you're stoned.
But literally, it was about 5 or 6 o'clock that Friday night at Big Dip. But then it tested until like 10 o'clock. Because we were like, looks like we're getting Big Dipper then. We might be getting it after all.
And then we did get it, and we had an hour's ERT after.
If I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was.
Always is on Big Dipper, to be fair.
End of the day as well, so it's running really well.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember they turned all the lights off in South Park, and we were going past the Big Blue, and everyone had got the lights on, and there were people hanging out the window going, what the hell's going on?
Because I remember we were saying on the Friday, we were like, if this even runs, it's going to just be dreadful, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's not running properly at all.
We were like, no, please don't be ready because you're going to be rubbish, and then it was actually really good.
But it'd run flat out, or they'd literally. I suspect they may have been in Crackerdome that morning, ringing it, running it, and it was great. But we digress.
Yes. So moving on.
This year, so I do think they opened too early.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be leave it another 3 or 4 weeks. Don't leave it as late as the other parks.
But what about a coaster fix?
Europe, aren't we?
Not well. I suppose if you want to go to Efteling. No.
It's got a Vekoma.
Yeah, it's not a Vekoma anymore.
I'll just sit on that piece of Vekoma track for 3 days.
It's CSI now, or whatever they're called.
I'll sit on that piece of Vekoma track in the museum for 3 days.
Yeah, fair enough. I'd rather not go back to Efteling, but I'm not going to get into that today.
Yeah. No, I'd leave it another 3 weeks or so.
No.
He disagrees, but
I need my coaster fix. I can't.
We all need a coaster fix, but
you can't deprive a man of his Arrow Hypercoaster for that long. It's not on.
Well, we could go see the plane every year.
They don't open till then. They're only open, mate, till October.
Yeah. There's another one somewhere.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah.
And that's even SBNO, isn't it?
I can't remember.
No, me neither.
But anyway, I'd personally leave it till maybe a week or two before Tower. I wouldn't open on either Towers' or Thorpe's opening weekends because you're not going to get the volume through the gates.
No.
Because it's just competition and that.
Well, then you're going to get all the enthusiasts being split up.
Yeah.
I think the best part of opening weekend is the Friday night in Spoon.
Friday night.
It's so nice seeing everyone there.
Especially this year. It's brilliant.
The atmosphere this year was the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Now, opening weekend.
And Saturday night was even better.
I didn't go out on Saturday night. I was video editing.
Yeah, well, my early night ended up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he's supposed to be helping me with the event on the Sunday, but never mind.
That's another story entirely.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We should only not get into a video. There we go.
No. Oh, right. Naughty boy. Right, yeah. Where were we up to? Velvet Coast. So, yeah, I thought that Friday night was ace. And this sort of everyone gathering on opening weekend is a new thing, really. It's only really happened for
couple of years. 3 years.
Started about 2 years ago.
Basically, it was the first year Velvet was open on that weekend.
Yeah, it was. And we started to see people that we knew more often. And then last year there was obviously all the so-called drama where actually nothing happened. And then this year, well,
I still don't actually know what happened in Pop World.
Just forget about it.
Last year, but there we go.
Well,
and I was there.
Yeah.
I still couldn't tell you. I just remember the fallout the day after. But
the drama was that you were there and people just wanted you to leave because you were snoring too loud in the corner.
I can assure you I wasn't snoring. Or anything but.
Yeah, so it was nice to see everyone experience that. I really like that atmosphere.
And thanks for the 3 jugs whoever bought them us.
I think it was the Cobra Roll there, the handle on YouTube and Twitter. I'm not actually
thanks
sure.
for the 3 jugs, 4 pints of milk and 17 packs of biscuits.
Yeah.
And the peas and coleslaw.
I must say, thanks for the jug of Sex on the City because me and Becca shared that.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. So
and I had the other 2.
I don't know who bought that, but it was great. It was a really nice drink because it was the first time I'd ever had that. So.
And I had the other 2.
Yeah. So little Charlie enjoyed seeing everyone. He loved the attention.
Yeah.
My 10-month-old son being sort of paraded round spoons.
Called
Here's my son. It's like, yeah, PBE mascot. And it was really nice, and everyone just was really pleasant and really nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
The best it's been. But we need to do it more often. We need to get you all up to Blackpool more often. Come up in the summer.
There's an idea. Pleasure Beach closed the week after Alton Towers.
Yeah, like they used to.
Yeah, the week after Alton Towers. So
we can get everyone up again.
We all go to Alton Towers fireworks one week, and then we all go Pleasure Beach the week after.
Now there's a good idea.
Everyone wins then.
Yeah, because that last Saturday used to be a midnight close. Those were the days.
Oh, God, yeah.
Freezing cold on the big one at midnight. That was ace.
Midnight? I remember being on it at 1:45.
Yeah, because didn't we join the queue at like 1:45?
Yeah. And then we ended up, if I remember rightly, we ended up getting the runoff ride.
Yeah.
We ended up getting the second lap runoff ride.
Ace. Yeah, that was 2013 as well.
1:45 at Pleasure Beach at 1:45 in the morning.
Those were the days.
It's a very spooky place, I'll tell you that much.
Those were the days.
Because all you can hear is the silly man.
Yes.
Which a completely deserted Blackpool Pleasure Beach with the laughing man.
Silly
He's
man.
The freakiest
that could be us.
you've ever seen.
He's called the laughing man. Yeah. You're the silly man.
It's the freakiest place you've ever seen when all you can hear is that.
And it's dark.
That and the thing on the front playing Kylie at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Madam Two Swords.
No, the
Waxworks.
No, the thing next to South Pier. That music box thing next to the tram stop.
If I'm ever there at that time in the morning, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since I've had a sesh in Blackpool, to be honest. It's been
sesh.
It's been a long time, yeah. That's the in word.
Yeah.
Sesh.
We call it a piss up.
Yeah, that too. Sesh. So, apologise for his French.
That's not French.
Don't speak French. We're not singing a Girls Aloud song.
No, we're not.
Right, let's move on from opening weekend at Pleasure Beach. Right, next subject. Does the Pleasure Beach need a new entry system? I'm not talking about free entry, I'm talking about speed of entry.
Yes.
Because even people within the park are thinking that there's got to be a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because I am going to say it, and I know that some people won't like it, remove Noah's Ark. I think it needs to go. It doesn't serve a purpose. If you get rid of that, you've got a massive space for a purpose.
The worms.
Oh, I know. Hold on. Can of worms, ka-ching, there we go.
That's a can of Coke.
It's got worms in it now. I think you get rid of that and you've got a massive space for a proper entrance where you can get your tickets and enter the park at the same time.
I wonder, do they really need that arcade on the corner?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Think of all that space that you could have a massive entrance there.
Or do you wrap where the arcade is? You scrap Noah's Ark, get rid of it, get rid of all that strip of arcades on the corner
and just turn that into the entrance.
Into a huge entrance plaza.
Yeah.
Massive, but self-contained.
Massive. No, you'll ruin your reputation.
Yeah, anyway.
No, I suppose you're enhancing it, actually. Anyway, carry on.
That whole section from... Get rid of the Palladium.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need to be there. Get rid of the arcade next to it. Get rid of Noah's Ark.
You've got a massive
and the
gates.
Entrance. So you take the gates, everything from the Globe to FY4, more or less.
Yeah.
Get rid of Impossible. Do you really need Impossible?
It's a good filler attraction for people who buy entry passes.
I guess that's about it.
It's something for the entry passes that people have got, yeah.
But everything from Impossible round and have a massive ticket area there.
Yeah.
I think you need more ticket kiosks. Because I saw that picture last week.
Back to Ripley's.
Yeah. And I sat at work thinking, my God, am I glad I'm sat here and not there right now.
I think the sad thing is, you get to Pleasure Beach on a busy day and you get there in the morning and ride operations have got everything in order. Big One, 2 trains, Icon, 3 trains, Big Dipper, 2 trains. This is as an example on late night riding.
Yeah.
Grand National, 4 trains, Valhalla, Maximum Boats, whatever it is these days.
It is.
You get in the park and you go, it's dead, this is brilliant. Yeah. And then you see a picture on Facebook and there's like half of Blackpool queuing around the park twice.
10,000
because
people
you think,
outside.
Everyone's outside waiting to get in.
I'm going to quote something here. Queues don't spend money.
No, they don't.
Especially not when it's halfway to pizza.
The problem is that if you've got a big queue out of your entrance, people who are walking up to pay for a wristband, they might go, nah, too busy. Right. So I think it doesn't help having people queuing on the roads and on the streets and stuff to get in. But I also think if it rains, they're going to get soaked, and obviously you're going to get soaked if you're in the park anyway.
This is where I suggest an
indoor entrance,
fully enclosed something, because I don't think the ticket centre as it stands works.
I think the problem is because the desks are so close as well.
Yeah.
You've got a group of 6 or 7 people at the desk. You can't tell.
Chaos, isn't it?
It is chaos, and it's not Pleasure Beach's fault.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's designed. The thing is, a casino building isn't really designed for that. Where the ticket centre is, it used to be a restaurant.
Yeah.
It used to be the Fish Inn, as it was called.
I remember that.
And there was something else it was called as well after that. I can't remember. But it used to be a restaurant where you now collect your wristbands. But I also think that what would help them is if they had a season pass entrance, which back in the day, if you had a season pass in the early 2000s, you'll remember this, the season passes could only be collected at South Entrance. So obviously South Entrance is different now, but it's when South Entrance was open, but that was the season pass entrance. You could only go there with a season pass, so you did not get in the way of everyone else.
Well, then that takes pressure.
Yeah.
Could you not do that still with East Entrance?
Well, it's supposed to be a season pass entrance.
But everyone else ends
But everyone uses it.
The problem with East Entrance is North Entrance gets ludicrous, and then everyone gets told to go to East Entrance, and then East Entrance gets...
Yeah, and the problem with East Entrance is there's only 2 people maximum.
There's two desks and
one security guard.
2 desks and a scanner.
And then, if you've got a buggy or a wheelchair, you can't get in because you've got to go up the steps and through the arena, which I think the East Entrance is probably better off if it's just wrote off. There's got to be, I think, just one big entrance instead of Noah's Ark, instead of that arcade you said. Just one big entrance, and I think speed of entry to the park would be so much better. But then I think people wouldn't be queuing in the park as long for rides, because if everyone's in early, if you get everyone in straight away, they're going to just spread out rather than all going to the big one or Icon first. They're going to spread out across the park. But also,
they'll drift the way there, won't they?
But also, another thing as well, with the current entrance system, it would be easier...
Not advertising it, honest.
Shush. With the current entrance system, it would be easier if they let people in early. So, right, as an example, rides open 11 o'clock. Let people in at 10:15.
Yeah.
Let them spend money. stop them at a certain point. Don't let them pass stop them.
You stop them at the 2 ramps.
Why not stop them at the 2 ramps, but mainly get people at the fountain? You've got seating downstairs, upstairs. Put Jason and his team from Team Nick on a stage opposite the fountain, get the fountains playing, get a show going. Families sit down, get a drink, have a coffee, have a brew, do whatever, watch the show. The rope comes down, everyone goes to the ride.
Something I did praise them for an opening weekend was Jason and his team with the little show they did.
It's great,
because that distracted a load of people who were all stood there milling about.
It did, but I felt sorry for him because the minute the park opened, everyone was like, "Go, just get in."
Inside.
Whereas it'd have been easier if they'd have been in the park at the fountain, and then everyone that was waiting outside waits inside, and then everyone's in the park, and there's no big queue out of the park. But we're vloggers, so we
sell bacon butties.
Yeah.
Use a burger place to sell bacon butties first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we'll use the exactly. Just use the fountain to make money.
Or have a bacon butty stall.
Yeah.
Mobile little bacon butty stall.
Well, they've got hot dog stalls, so you could use them.
You can pump bacon butties out and sausage butties, no problem, you sorted.
Full of ideas, us. But we're only giving our ideas, we're not picking faults, we're just giving our ideas as guest feedback, like any other guest would do on TripAdvisor or wherever. So, of course, if you've got any ideas, please.
Except we're not going to put some ludicrous suggestion that you waited 17 hours for the big one.
No.
Which is, I have seen suggestions of people queuing 5 hours for the big one.
Yeah. Right, and while we're talking about queuing 5 hours for the big one, which is not likely because it's not 1994.
Pigs flying. There really won't be enough people in the park for the big one to get a 5 hour queue.
Unless there's 10,000 on park and big one's running on half a train and nothing else is open.
Yeah, that's about it.
The whole park's closed except for the big one. Yeah, big one weekend, it's the only ride open. Then maybe you'd queue 5 hours, but otherwise I don't think so.
No.
So on that subject, Speedy Pass. Speedy Pass is here to stay. There's no doubt about it. But it's been here now since 2011. I remember when it got implemented and there was uproar. I think it's got a place at Pleasure Beach. I've used it myself. You've used it. We've all used it. I think it could be implemented better in similar way that Alton Towers and Thorpe and all these parks do it, where you've got a merge point with a main queue. Icon has a merge point.
Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit has a merge point.
Yeah.
I don't know. A Big Dipper has a merge point.
Yeah.
Which is it's in an awkward
slightly
place,
impractical,
but it works. It works.
Yeah.
Big one is absolutely battered when Speedy Pass queue is down the ramp because one, you've got people getting off, and then you've got people queuing to get on. You've then got people who have waited, say, half an hour for the big one. They're stood in their air gate. You've got me and you in the front row. You've got 2 friends in the second row, 2 friends in the third row. 2 Speedy Pass guys go in the front row, but our 4 friends go on and we have to wait.
One of our gripes on
Grand National.
The Sunday. We queued. It was just shy of 2 hours for the big one. It was about an hour and 50. It was me and Andy and Tara and Rachel, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But either way, we were in the queue and we queued just getting for the 2 hours. It was like hour and 55 or something. But 20 or 25 minutes of that queue was stood in the same air gate.
Yeah.
And there was only one person in front of us in the air gate, but it was on one train, and every other train was 2/3 speedy.
Yeah.
But always at the front. And so we actually waited in the air gates and I think they were struggling with the wind as well.
Yeah, it was really windy.
They were struggling with the wind, so they were holding.
Yeah.
As these quite often do when it's really windy. If they think there's going to be a problem with the wind, they'll hold in the station.
Which is better than closing it. Yeah.
Let it drop and then send it, and that was happening. So you sort of, it was showing about 20 minutes, 15, 20, 25 minutes, moving the air gates for.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a better way of getting Speedy Pass on a big one. I mean,
well, I just wonder here.
You're going to say my idea, I bet. Go on.
Is it to do with that bridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, the one that's closed on the staff bridge?
No, the Drop of Doom bridge.
No, I've got another idea, because you don't actually have to change anything really. So
I know where
walk
you're
up
going
the exit.
Yeah.
If you keep going up the exit, you obviously come to the ramp that we're on about. If you turn right before you get into the station, there is an access path that takes you into the transfer track area, which I can understand why they wouldn't want you in it. But if you close it off, there's a staircase that leads straight into the big one queue.
Yeah.
That is an ideal merge point, because then Speedy Pass, come up, their air gates are here, and you'd go straight into the air gates.
Yeah.
So you'd literally have, what you could do is, the bit before where the back row fence is, seat, air gate, whatever, you can block that off. That's your merge point. You put your staff member and the wristband scanner there.
Yeah.
You put that there, so everyone moves in the station, so there's not a big queue outside again, everyone's just moving in. A bit like they've done with Icon.
Yeah.
And then you've got a set merge point.
Yeah.
Because then you can hold someone, me and you at the front of the queue. Sorry guys, just wait a minute, wait a minute. Beep, shut the scanner off.
It's
right, wait
along
there.
the lines of
then
Nemesis.
You get 10 people come through with Speedy Pass, they walk in, they go, right, beep, there you go, in you go. You filter in behind them. Then the staff can also batch all the rows and make sure there's no empty seats.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I think the big one's staff and team are excellent. This is no way a dig at the big one staff. So if anyone from the big one team or anyone from ride operations or anyone at Pleasure Beach takes this as a dig, it is not a dig. It's not a dig. I'm just purely putting an idea forward which I think will work better for the big one. I have worked on rides myself. I've worked on a ride with a merge point, and I genuinely believe that that would work.
It's got to be better than standing there watching train after train after train go out.
Yeah.
And having your seat taken repeatedly is the most frustrating thing.
It must be
thinking,
extremely annoying for staff.
Yeah.
Because they've got to come away from their job to scan your Speedy Pass ticket. Whereas if the guy on scanners is doing it anyway, then the ride operator doesn't have to do it himself.
And not only that, but you don't then have the situation where you hold the air gates, you load the train, and then you open the air gates.
But the problem is, as well, is a lot of times Speedy Pass users will just gently stroll into the train. Oh, I'll take a quick selfie, and oh, I'll put my phone away, I'll put my bag up there, and everyone in the gates is like this, going, and just falling asleep, because it's like, get on the bloody train so we can all get on it with you.
Yeah.
And again, it's no fault of the staff, it's just because people dawdle.
Well, that's just a... Oh, that's a completely different matter.
Yeah, it is.
That's
not a staff
that's just
issue.
theme parks.
Yeah. Trust me. I know.
That's just theme parks. In fact, no, I don't think it's theme parks.
I absolutely loved working in a theme park, but sometimes people just
honestly, I get this feeling that people literally, like when you go into the boot of your car, take your bag out, what you do is you go...
Yeah.
Brain comes out.
Brain goes.
Bag goes on.
You do an exchange. You get like a wristband.
Yeah.
And then you can give the wristband back and you get your brain back at the end of the day.
Because some of the things you see going on, it's but that's another story.
Yeah, it is.
Again.
So,
but,
we're going to go and have a little break now, but I did make a start on filming this episode of Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly on opening weekend with Becca and Mullet. Now, some of the opinions that we spoke about were actually totally blown out of the water by the way the opening weekend went. But while me and Mike go and get some more drinks, more coke to advertise, or just make ourselves a bit more chubby.
Well, this is Coke's Hero.
Oh yeah, it's still the same.
It's
just tastes crap.
It's vanilla stuff.
Yeah, even worse then. So I'm going to show you some clips of Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly that was going to be the original Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly for March, but it didn't quite work out. But some of the clips were good. They include me, Becca and Mullet. So I'm going to show you them now, and we're going to go and get a drink, and we'll see you shortly. New credits that we're doing this year.
What are our most anticipated credits this year?
So we're going to be talking about actual new credits that open this year, and new credits for us this year. Becca's struggling with this one a little bit.
So there's only one I can think of that I know I will be doing, and that's whatever we're calling it at Leesburg. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways, I'm not even going to try.
Valkyria, which opened last year, but none of us got it because we all went too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that in July. So what about you?
Most anticipated coaster for me this year, which I'm doing, not a new opener, is El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure.
That does look like a good
I
big
have
beast.
been waiting to get on that thing for years, so I'm super excited. It's something I remember watching videos of it being constructed, so I'm very, very excited to get on that.
As a Top Thrill Dragster fan, though, are you not looking forward to King Dakar more? No. It's taller and faster.
No, my issue with Kindercar is I know it's going to get ruined by those restraints.
Me too. Me too. Now, a couple of videos back, was probably quite a long time ago now, I said that King Dakar was my most anticipated ride for next year. Having thought about that quite a bit, I don't think it is anymore, because I've been thinking about stealth, and stealth restraints really bug me, especially when you've got other rides that are taller with lap bars.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it'd be good to go on it. Like,
yeah.
I'm excited to go on it, but I'm not. I just can't see it being as good as Dragster. I can't.
No, it'll be interesting to see. I'm glad we've done Dragster before it.
Yeah.
Becca's just sat here like, shut up, talking about launch coasters.
I'm not about to see the point.
Can't be dealing with launch coasters.
Nah.
There's one that's worth it, and the rest are.
Icon.
No.
So we begin with T.
No, what kind of? More like H.
Oh.
Hulk.
Oh. Okay.
Hulk.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Launched left hill is a lot better. At least you start getting your.
What would have been Taran or something?
Oh God, no.
Oh, controversial.
No.
What's
Wasn't
up
a
with
fan.
Cue some triggering in the comments.
Okay then, Helix or Taran?
Be Helix.
I haven't ridden Helix. So I don't know.
Sorry. Push him out of the screen at this
Sorry.
What have you
point.
been doing?
Couldn't make the event last year because of work.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. He pulled out in the last minute, didn't you?
Yeah.
You ruined it, didn't you?
No, I will be there this year. I 100% guarantee it. I will be there this year.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm looking forward
I
to
will.
Valkyrie there this time.
Yeah.
But you all know that I think Helix is better than Taran. I actually got to say, the last time I went to Fantasyland, which was a couple of weeks ago, Taran actually went down in my estimations a little bit. I think I maybe overhyped it in October, because I came off it saying it's probably the best ride I've been on, and then
Probably due to the cold as well.
I think
It
the
was
cold
running a
definitely
bit slow.
impacted. But I've got to say, I didn't enjoy it that much compared to normal. But what I will say is, while I'm talking about Fantasyland, hospitality from them has been excellent every time we've been. I mean, it wasn't an event last time, but they really looked after us again. As you've probably seen on the channel, they let us do a Taran POV, which is quite rare to get done. So if you haven't seen it, there'll be a little card in the top of the screen somewhere up here, because the framing is not very good. But never mind. So yeah, well, I think we've got your most
Covered
anticipated red. Yeah.
What? So new coasters. So there's not as many opening.
Untamed, Tiger.
Yeah.
There's not that many. A Colossus at
what's
Heidi
that one
Park.
that Kennywood were doing? What's that called
Steel
again?
Curtain.
Yeah.
That looks awful. Sorry, it's got to be said.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, for me, I think two things stand out for me this year, and it's going to be the new flying coaster at Fantasyland and the new coaster, I can't remember the name, but I do apologise, in Finland.
Tiger.
Tiger.
Winnemaki, yeah. That looks excellent.
Very excited for that.
That looks better than Taran. But Taran's got a lot of hype because of its theming as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to not be very well received, but I thought Taran was no better than Icon in January when I went, sorry. It didn't seem much better than what Icon would be.
You all know the best launch coaster out there at the moment is Maverick.
Yeah, why not? It's not bad.
The thing is, Taran is just Icon in Nemesis's place.
Yeah.
What with landscaped,
It's got
well
rocks.
So would you not say it's well themed?
No.
No. Oh dear.
How is rocks theming? How? Someone needs to start explaining this, because apparently Nemesis is one of the best themed coasters. It's rocks.
You're forgetting the red water.
No. There is no red water anymore. It's white
is
water.
it gone? Oh,
Magic
okay.
Age
fair
Express has more red water than Nemesis these days.
It actually does. It actually does as well.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Nemesis isn't that well themed. It's landscaped.
Fair enough.
Yeah, landscaped is fair enough.
Yeah.
But they've got fake rockwork around Taran, and it's best themed thing ever. It
Yeah.
doesn't look bad. No, that's true, but it's not the best thing coaster out there.
So what is?
Oh.
I like this unstructured PBE Monthly because we are.
I think this is good.
We're not actually we've not scripted any of this.
No.
This is completely random, and which is why we're having little gaps in between saying
I think
stuff.
this is quite good.
It's quite funny, really, because Becca's throwing up all sorts of controversy. It's brilliant.
Well, I don't think first. I just got to say it.
Theming. Do you see the point in it? Do you like it? You're not bothered by it?
I like it, but
A
I
coaster
don't.
should be good enough that you don't see the theming.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't rate a coaster from it. You know, if
As an example, Expedition Everest, if you're
Ugh.
purely basing it on theme, would probably be the best roller coaster in the world. It's got an amazing themed queue. The ride itself is amazingly themed, but the ride itself is crap. It's just not that good.
there is one ride, and it's not a coaster, and I could not imagine that being anywhere near as good without its surroundings, and that's Mystery Castle.
Oh yeah,
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that outside?
it just wouldn't be the
done.
same, would it?
No.
That
It'd just be a drop tower.
yeah, but the way it is, and the way it's in the big church, whatever it is, castle, whatever
A mystery castle.
bit of Mystery Castle.
Well, it's definitely a mystery.
Mystery castle.
If it's a church.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Mystery church.
Mystery church. But yeah, no, just imagine that outside. It just wouldn't work.
No.
Like,
No.
The way that thing needs its theming, and it's got an excellently themed queue with live actors in it sometimes. But yeah, it's great.
Say, does it?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I probably haven't queued long enough for it. I think I queued 10 minutes for it in
Yeah,
October.
no, it's not. It doesn't usually get a long queue, does it?
No.
I'd
which is
rather
good.
see effort put into the stations anyway
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the rest of it. Like the Hulk station, that's really well done.
Yeah.
Each time they've redone it because it's been
Yeah.
redone a number of times. But especially that end bit when you're proper about to go into the station
Yeah.
and they've got everything that's actually changing around you, it works really well. But there's so many bland stations out there.
What about Superman Park Warner? It has a really well themed queue line. It's done to a point. It's got the Daily Planet theme in.
Yeah, till you actually join the queue.
Yeah, the Daily Planet bit's great, and then you get to the
The
cattle pen.
mismatch of getting to the queue is fantastic. You then get to the queue and it's awful.
Oh yeah, it's that awful bit
And then you
outside.
got the stairs. Yeah, they've got a picture of Superman at the top, but it's
And bird shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the station is just
That is hideous.
big and.
You've not
ugly.
been to Park Warner
I've
yet,
not
have
been,
you?
no.
So the station in Superman, you've got like this row of lights at the top
Yeah.
where all the birds sit and dump down onto the train. So you're quite lucky if you don't get pooed on before you leave the station.
Yeah.
But because it takes like 15-20 minutes of time to dispatch the train,
Oh, okay.
it's
so-
like, I won't say it's not even as bad as as good as Northern Rail. Sorry, Northern Rail's probably better. They just take ages, don't they?
So we're going to another Portaventura basically in terms of operations.
Oh, I think Port Ave's better than Park Warner, but I'm just
See,
going to
that-
move away from
Oh.
Becca at this point.
In my experience,
Wow.
Park Warner's been better than PA.
Fair enough.
Apart from Batman, which is.
Batman La Fuga.
The dispatch on that is the worst in the park.
It takes forever.
And especially now they've got that VR.
Yeah, they just-
nonsense on
Oh,
it,
no.
it's even worse.
Yeah, they made a
Deary me.
badly dispatched coaster even more badly
Yeah.
dispatched because they put VR on it. Which is like, they don't let you take a GoPro on, but they let you take a
This
head strap on, which you can literally just take off.
Wobbly
Because it
thing.
is really cheap and tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've ruined the operations on that.
Yeah.
But the queue still has a beep 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 as you go
Oh.
in.
Beep beep. Oh, that is hot.
The first
You
time
get
I
a
went,
complimentary headache as you enter the queue. you
Oh,
see.
very good.
first time I went to Park Warner and I heard that beeping, I thought there was like some sort of explosion about to happen, and actually was quite nervous. So I got out of the area. It was only when I went on the coaster again I realised, oh, it's actually the queue
Yeah,
line.
every time someone walks through that doorway, it sets off. It's awful.
So the thing is, you could literally walk in and no one's behind you, and you think, oh, the beeping stopped. Then someone will walk in, and then if there's a long enough gap between you and the next person,
Constant beep.
it just keeps going because it doesn't stop. Because if like loads of you go in at once, it just does the beeping once.
Yeah.
But if you go in and 2 minutes later someone else, it's just continuous. So it is quite annoying. If you
Bloody
worked
hell.
on that, that must be well annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, we must take him to part one.
Yeah.
That is happening this year.
Stuntfall. You need to get on Stuntfall.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
From what you two have been telling me as well, most anticipated cred there got to be the Rapids.
Ah, them rapids are amazing.
But
you just
what
get
about,
so
Is it Rio Bravo?
Rio Bravo
That's
as well.
even better.
Is that the log flume? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the psycho drops.
Better than Silver River flume.
Oh, it's not a log flume like that.
Oh,
It's
fair
more
enough.
sort of Tatuki splash on drugs.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
excellent.
Even I was re-riding it. And I
Excellent.
don't do water rides, so...
There's a reason we're not talking about a particular element that you viewers may know about on that ride, because if he hasn't seen it, I don't want him to see it, because I want him to squeal like a pig when it happens
Fair
on that
enough.
ride.
Okay.
So
Well, we all did the first time.
yeah, exactly.
I'll keep that one. I won't watch any PLEs.
No, please don't.
I'll keep that one for the vlog when we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You can see a raw reaction
Yes, definitely.
to that.
I think it'll be on a level with a Hangover.
Wow.
It's not a drop. It's not a drop tower. Don't worry, but
No.
you will.
Great.
Yeah, you'll
You're
you'll
looking
break
worried
it
now.
definitely. I like it when he's worried.
I'm not sure if I want to go at part one and that. Great.
It's alright, the worst thing's what's across from that.
Is
Coaster
that called
Express.
Coaster Express?
Yeah,
by any
that pile of
chance?
firewood.
If
that's
there is
across
one
the
roller
limit.
coaster that needs RMCing, that is the one. That should have been the first RMC conversion. It should have been
And
mandatory.
it'll probably be the last. This
It'll
round.
probably never happen.
Yeah. Well, they're doing Robin Hood, and that thing is dire.
That
Yeah,
was awful.
they've topped that off
is
now.
horrible.
Yeah, but Coaster Express is about 10 times worse
I
than
don't know how
Robin
you could get
was.
worse than Robin Hood.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
well,
it
trust
is.
me.
Trust us.
It's
So-
got like miniature trains on it, they're horrible.
You just bounce. It just sort of really rattles you from side to side. It's
like
not
bouncing
fun.
off a brick
It
wall.
just defines Spanish wood, basically.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's worse than Stampeder.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
even
And I've
think
not been on that for years now.
Stampede is not even that bad. It weren't when I last did it.
Come on then, we're talking about Spain. What do we think about Portaventura? Honestly, based on recent visits.
I haven't been since December 2017, but my last two visits, so I went in, obviously we went for the Stag Do, which was
Best trip ever
a
there,
laugh,
definitely.
unbelievable. And the place was quiet as well, so we weren't really caring about the operations,
No.
were we? I went back in June 2017 for the White Night, the 3 AM close, and the operations were on point. Everything was running max. Trains were getting sent in good time, so no complaints there. And then when we went in December as well, the park was really quiet, but the coasters were on 2 trains, and they were doing a pretty good job, weren't they?
Yeah, and then last year when I went, the one time I think I went, which is quite low for me really with Port Ave, but I went once last year for Halloween and the operations were just dreadful. We had the unlimited fast pass and we didn't even get 15 rides done all day. It was that bad.
They just oversell the fast pass there.
I mean the
which is issue.
Backo's fast pass queue is as big as the main queue at one point. It's like, nah, not doing that. So, yeah, I know what you think, but I don't think the viewers do because we've never done a vlog there together.
I just don't enjoy the place. I really don't. Shambhala's alright. It annoys me, but it's alright.
Why does it annoy you?
It's alright, but it
Turnaround
annoys
is
you.
awful. The turnaround is really, really bad. It ruins the rest of the ride.
I think
But the ride is good, it's just that turnaround.
we're on the topic of B&M hypers now.
Silver
I'm going
Star's
to bring up
better.
Silver Star, yeah.
Silver
I'm
Star's
sorry,
better.
but no one else seems to agree with us.
I
We
know.
both think that Silver Star is a far better coaster.
You'd prefer it, I think.
I just
It's
think
more,
you
it's
really
more
like
like
Europa.
Mako.
Oh, Mako's amazing.
That turnaround is identical, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy Mako, Silver Star a lot more. Because when you went on Mako, you didn't think you'd like it.
No,
I remember.
because of Shambhala, I wasn't expecting much from
Yeah.
it, but it's amazing. The amount of airtime is just insane on that coaster.
We're back. And we're ready for it all over again. Had to be said. So, this part and the final part of this month's episode of Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly, we're going to talk about America.
Yeah.
And-
We're not, just in case anyone hadn't worked out that we're going to Cedar Pine. Woohoo!
And some people don't see the point in us going, but we do see the point in us going. So I'll just leave that with you. You didn't get that at first, did you? So, Mike, What are you most looking forward to about America? And you have to say America in a Manc accent at least once.
America.
America. There we go.
McDonald's.
Oh,
Had to be said.
they do triple cheeseburgers, to be fair. And they do good breakfast. Right next to where you're stopping. And don't tell me, yeah, I've got hotel breakfast. We had hotel breakfast at the Express last year, and we still went to Mackey's. On the travel vlog, you can see all my McMuffins lined up in the car, stuffed into little places.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 19 flatbreads.
Man's got to eat.
To be fair, I had Mackey's breakfast this morning anyways, so...
Yeah. I would have done, but Uber Eats decided to only bring 50% of it. I ordered 2 flatbreads with no bacon, just cheese, and I ordered one of the sausage and cheese
Did you get
bagels.
2 strands of bacon?
No, I didn't even get that. I got me sausage and cheese bagel. I didn't get any flatbreads. I said to the guy, "Where's the rest of it?" "Oh, we sold out of flatbreads." Refund. I had to ring Uber and get a refund, for goodness sake. Never mind. Anyway, what are you seriously, other than McDonald's, looking forward to?
The Cyclone.
Coney Island. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That looks good.
Couple of big Intamin thingies.
Intamin tingy thingies. Something a bit like Stealth, but a bit bigger than Stealth.
Right, I'm thinking of more like a bit like Red Force, but a bit bigger.
Just
a little bit.
I want one of those, but bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks...
And it's going on Blackpool front, and it's going to be 500 foot on launch out Watson Road.
But always closed because of the wind.
Yeah. Well, no, what about the magical tunnel thingy that someone talked about, the wind tunnel thing?
No. Just no. We're not on the forum here. Just forget that was ever said.
This is the bigger one, if anyone's wondering.
There was a model for it.
There is a model?
There is rumours that there was footers on the seafront for it as well. So, you never know.
Right, let's go digging.
Yeah, let's go digging, see what we can get the bucket and spade ready.
Yeah. Right, back to serious now. Yeah. Now, well, one of the things is because there's this forever old discussion about lap bars versus over-the-shoulder restraints on 2 certain Intamin strata coasters.
Top Frill Dragster, King Dakar.
Yeah.
I've done Top Frill Dragster already. Obviously, you're going to get to do both this time. I'm going to get to do King Dakar for the first time. I don't think... I mean, initially... So I don't look like I'm contradicting myself. I thought that King Dakar was going to be the bollocks on this trip. I thought this is going to be the best ride we did. But having sort of assessed what else we're going to be doing, I'm not so excited anymore because I've remembered it's got them awful over-the-head restraints like Stealth, and I've got big shoulders. It's going to hurt me. It's going to fling me out of the seat, and I'm going to love the airtime, and I'm going to go, crack, ow, don't like this. So, Top Frill Dragster is already better, I think.
Like I say, I've not been on either. I'm going to get to do both within about 3 days of each other. 2 days. And I'm going to make my own mind up.
I'm not advertising Coke now, by the way. Tesco water, really nice.
I make my own mind up on that one. But yeah, those 2 are the obvious highlights.
Or excitement.
Yeah.
It can't be highlights yet, you've not been on them.
Those 2 are the obvious sort of ones. People will know I like Vekoma.
Yeah.
So, and there's quite a bit of Arrow on this trip. There's also a fair bit of Vekoma, actually.
There's a lot of Arrow at Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Especially the wonderful God tier Magnum XL 200. Corkscrew, that's good. It's alright.
There's one that I'm really... Well, having just watched a POV of it, I'm not entirely sure if looking forward to is the right word, but Vortex at Kings Island.
I am looking forward to it because I want to know how violated I'm going to feel after
Vortex at Kings Island, which if anyone watched that...
We're volunteering to do back row.
I'm putting it for the card now, but that PBE Play Planet coaster, I did that corkscrew, and I thought I'd over-exaggerated some of the transitions. No, we've just watched a POV of Vortex. We've gone, ow, oh, ah.
Yeah.
Oh, put it this way, there's one of the inversions, and you can actively hear a yelp off the back of the train.
Yeah.
One of the inversions.
It's actually YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it hurts YouTube playing it. So.
It looks horrendous, but my God, I can't wait to go on it.
I can't wait to get on it.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be one of the first things I want to do at Kings Island.
It's a challenge. Everyone's going, it's rough.
I went to Park Asterix on the back of everyone saying that Gouderix is the roughest roller coaster in the world and this, that and the other. I went on it a month after having surgery here, right across the bottom of my neck, and I know I shouldn't have gone on it after a month of surgery, but I'd paid a lot of money to go to France, and it was mine and Becca's first holiday together on our own, and it was like, I'm going on all these coasters regardless, and it didn't hurt. It wasn't rough. I thought it was alright, but yeah. Vortex. We've just watched the POV before coming back on camera, and we've just sat there going, why did we sign up for Kings Island?
Yeah.
Because I must admit, out of all the parks we're doing, I think Kings Island's probably the least excitement I've got.
No, there's a few good bits and bobs there.
It'll be nice to say we've done it. Diamondback looks good.
Yeah,
the
Banshee.
B&M. Yeah, Banshee. I'm not so sure about.
Giant invert.
It looks mad. It looks good. It looks insane. But I've seen a lot of reviews saying it's actually quite drab. So
they have got a Vekoma inverted boomerang though.
Yes, they have. They've got a little one, haven't they?
Yeah.
There's not.
And they've got a Vekoma family. It's quite. What is another one actually? Bat. The Vekoma suspended. Arrow suspended.
Arrow, come on.
The Arrow suspended that looks really good.
Yeah.
From what I watched the other day.
See, I'm not a fan of them coasters because I'm not a fan of Vampire Chessington. I just don't like it.
Vampire just doesn't. Vampire clearly doesn't do what they were sort of intended to do.
I think the light's flickering.
Yeah, Vampire doesn't ever really do what Arrow intended those coasters to do. Because every time it tries to get going, it just loses speed again. Those coasters are supposed to swing up, like way up high, and Vampire just doesn't. I don't know if it's because of the Vekoma trains don't let it. But
I wasn't a fan of Iron Dragon, is it? Cedar Point either.
Yeah, but having looked at I know they're going off really pictures and what I've seen, but Iron Dragon looks again not really going, whereas some of the actually it's an Arrow that's got good transitions.
Yeah.
Because obviously the trains flick out to the side. It's one of them that looks like it flicks right up one way and then right up the other. I'm quite looking forward to it.
I can't say.
Quite looking forward to Bat.
Kings Island, I think I am looking forward to going, but in terms of pecking order, it's probably at the bottom.
Yeah.
Kennywood's an interesting one because I don't know if we'll get on Steel Curtain or not.
I'm not really bothered because part of the thing with Kennywood is why it's such an obvious choice.
Yes.
Is because of how similar it is to Pleasure Beach.
Exactly.
Should I say its rides? The park might not be, but
well, you've got the Whip, Turtle Chase, Noah's Ark. You've got a racing Mobius Loop wooden roller coaster.
You've got an Arrow Hyper.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, it's Morgan,
Morgan / Arrow. It's got an Arrow lift hill.
But it's an Arrow Hyper.
Yeah, or it was, or something like that. Anyway,
it's three quarters of an Arrow Hyper.
Yeah, it's almost an Arrow Hyper. Yeah. Either way, I'm going to pretend it's an Arrow, especially on the lift hill.
Yeah, you've got, like I say, you've got Ark.
Yes, I did say that, yeah. So, and then I think there's a log flume. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to the nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's got loads of wooden coasters. And it just looks like it could be a fun day out, that one.
Yeah.
Six Flags Great Adventure, that's one that's growing on me.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously King Dakar is one that everyone would talk about, but El Toro.
Yeah.
I mean, Boulder is really good.
I remember El Toro opening and people raving about it back when it first opened.
Well, Boulder is like a little brother of El Toro, and that's really good at Leesburg, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Also, I'd completely forgot about this when I did our video about, we're going to America, we're doing these parks. I'd forgotten they've got a Batman clone like Part 1. And it's the second Batman clone. I thought it was the first, but it's the second.
I'm sure I was online the other day looking this up, and I'm sure I saw something that said it was the first one.
I think it's the second.
Could just be that the information's wrong.
Yeah, I looked on RCDB. I did it by date order. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's the second. But
it's very
close to being the first. Yeah. It's one of the early ones.
So that therefore makes it just about the earliest B&M coaster in existence.
Yeah.
Because the Batmans were their first ones, weren't they?
Yeah.
As well as I think there's a stand-up.
Don't know.
There's one of the stand-ups somewhere. They were contracted to do stand-ups.
Yeah, I don't know, but that is one I'm really looking forward to because Park Warner's Batman coaster is so insane. It has the worst operations for a B&M invert I've ever seen. But I'm quite glad because if that was running flat out to the standard of Nemesis or Inferno, that is so insane, that coaster, that if it was running flat out...
That's my #1 coaster.
So yeah, you're going to have trouble when you do it to its older brother.
But what I have heard from a number of people who've been to the States and been round Six Flags and been on a few of the clones, because they're virtually all at Six Flags parks. If anyone knows the history of Part 1,
is the only one that isn't a Six Flags park currently with it in, I think.
It was
Six Flags
when it was built, weren't it?
Yeah, it was.
So
Six Flags opened it.
What everyone else has said is that one, for some reason, is better than all the rest.
Yeah, I mean,
so
our friend Peter, he's been on about 1,000 coasters or something daft like that. He does all the coaster club trips with the ECC and the roller coaster club trips, and does our trips as well. He's been on all of them, and he said the one at Part 1 is the best one. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's also Bizarro. Flawless.
Yeah, that again. A lot of them coasters are very similar style.
Yeah.
Then B&M sit down or Flawless coasters have all got very similar layouts.
Yeah.
Six Flags have got, is it Green Lantern, the stand-up coaster as well?
That's the original one.
Yeah,
sure it is.
That's going to be a bit of a
interesting
sore one.
Well, all I'm thinking here is Shockwave.
Yeah, it can't be any worse, surely. I hope not. Shockwave at Drayton Manor would say.
The thing that concerns me about Shockwave is he doesn't do anything, and it's still rough.
It pretty much goes in a straight line, and it's still rough.
It's still rough.
Yeah, I mean,
I've not been on it for 10 years, and it's still rough.
I think part of the problem with that is how fast and hard it hits the brakes.
Yeah.
It just slams into the brakes.
I'm slightly worried about that one, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's a definite concern for me. I've got all my coasters that I'm looking forward to wrote down on a board over there, but I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see them all properly. So let me try. No,
you won't see anything through them.
No. Oh, Nitro.
Yes, I've heard good things.
Is that
about
Six
Nitro.
Flags?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about Nitro.
I've heard that is the best B&M hypercoaster.
I think I've heard it as being as a second.
What behind? Not Shambhala, please.
No, one of the other American ones. Might be Leviathan.
Oh, that's at Canada's Wonderland. Canada. Yeah, that needs doing at some point.
I'm sure there's one of the Intimidators.
305. That's Intamin.
No, that's an Intamin. But I'm sure there's another Intimidator. That's.
I don't know.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's Fury. Fury 325.
325. Yeah. No, that's meant to be insane as well. Yeah. These are kind of coasters we'll probably look at be doing.
We did actually look at Canada's Wonderland, but it's too far up.
The thing is that's the kind of thing that we might look at as a standalone trip next year. I know that Becca's really keen to do Canada's Wonderland.
Fact that as I'm buying a Cedar Fair pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Canada's Wonderland is a Cedar Fair park.
Yeah, to be honest, moving away from our trip, I'd like to go to Carowinds and try Copperhead Strike, because
that looks. I'm not sure about that first impression.
I'd still like to try it. Because, to be fair, I think we all said that Icon looked a bit slow to start with. We all thought Helix looked slow, Blue Fire looked slow. It looks slow on the current videos that are being published by Carowinds, but I reckon it'll be alright.
Well, I looked at that one they put of the loop, and I thought, having been on Blue Fire, that I know that, and having more to the point, that's the first test run. Now, having stood under Icon,
for its first, one of its
stood there and watched. Well, it was the first one we were under, weren't it?
One of,
pretty much. It was the day we were there.
We were meant to be at Towers, weren't we?
Yeah, and we sat there and watched Icon test and watched it go. Well, it didn't go over for about an hour, did it?
No, because they were doing the initial rollback procedure.
Just doing the rollback tests, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then it went over, but only just went over, and it crawled.
Yeah.
It crawled. And at that point you're thinking, is this really the coaster that we've all been building up for months? But obviously it does launch a lot faster than it did back then.
So what other rides are you looking forward to in America? Or what are you looking
in general?
In general. I'm looking forward to quickly cut in on my own question. I'm looking forward to the group atmosphere. It's going to be a laugh, all of us going.
It's going to be funny, isn't it?
It's going to be like my stag do all over again.
12 lads pretty much, innit?
Yeah, we need to try and recreate the log flume video from Port Ave if we can.
God.
But You're
We
at
need
the
to
front.
cite log flumes, don't we?
Yes, we need to have a look at
To
that.
cite who's got log flumes.
Yeah, we'll
Cedar
look
Point's got one, hasn't it?
Yes, but filming on that is a big no-no.
Might have to be Six Flags.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We might not be able to film on any of them yet. Are you alright there?
Yep.
You sure? You're slowly sinking. You're doing a mullet. He's going to be falling asleep soon.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, I think it might have to be Six Flags for a video.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. So, yeah, I think we'll have a great trip.
Yeah.
We will have a great trip.
Yeah,
It's,
I think with is it 8 of us getting that coach?
yeah, because...
God help the other people on that coach.
Yeah, I know. Me and
Because it's
you...
basically an overnight coach.
We're basically... We're flying from down south, and so we're getting a coach from Manchester to London first, and it's going to be Manchester. It's going to be interesting on that coach because, all right, calm down, Frank Gallagher.
Bye.
Just go and scatter.
Skull.
So yeah, it's going to be like the in-betweeners sat at the back of the bus being all raucous.
Yeah.
But I know that we'll be on Football Manager. Probably be on Football Manager 2009.
Or Planet Coaster.
Yeah, that
Or
too.
Whatever.
We could probably film a whole series for the next Summer Planet Coaster series, filmed the complete way to America. Oh, we could.
We've got a 7.5 hour flight.
Yeah, but that's for sleeping.
Is it?
Yes.
Challenge accepted. Well,
Challenge accepted. It's not a challenge for you, is it? You'll just be asleep anyway. You'd be asleep. You might miss it for being.
Take off.
Well, I always do that. That's part of the fun. So yeah, we're going to do a colossal travel vlog for that trip. We're going to literally... I mean, it's still a couple of months away, but the plan with that will be to do the travel vlog before we put any videos on from the actual trip itself. But
Thing is, that travel vlog is going to be
Epic.
about 6 hours.
no, I haven't got time to edit a 6 hour travel vlog.
Because we've got... Well, the thing is, the journey we've got 6 hours-ish of
Yeah,
coach.
but let's not give away all the secrets for the travel vlog,
Yeah.
otherwise no one will need to watch it. Because we'll no doubt be... We'll definitely be showing bits of us being daft on the coach and stuff.
Yeah.
And if we do go on Planet Coaster or Football Manager, you'll see it in the travel vlog. Definitely.
We're being stupid.
Hopefully this time, the last time I did Football Manager game with Mike, he was Altrincham and he managed to get them in complete debt within the first 6 months of the season.
Altrincham Football Club.
Yeah, but but you overspent on wages.
No, you put all them players in for me at ludicrous wages. He tried to cheat me on Altrincham by signing a load of Stoke players that wanted ludicrous wages.
I did not do such a thing. I made you on the game and put you in there. You were just injury prone.
Yeah, that was half the problem. All the players kept getting injured.
You did quite well. You finished mid-table.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good for Alty, isn't it?
It was conference, so
No, I can't.
that's the highest of... Well, Footy Manager doesn't go anywhere.
That was the quickest train journey from Crewe to Edinburgh, and then a flight from Edinburgh to Reyes. It was the quickest journey ever because we spent pretty much like the whole day on Football Manager.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah, we've got...
let's move on and let's talk about some other stuff that we're doing this year before we cut PBE Monthly off. Leesburg, yes.
Yeah.
2 trips to Leesburg for me this year. I don't know where that's come from, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Really good news on that front. Me and Mullet are going to be going to Leesburg on their opening weekend at the end of April, and I really can't wait because that means I could get to go on Helix soon. Yes.
How badly are they going to put British parks to shame?
Oh, well, not all British parks. I'm not going to say anywhere, but what I will say is actually Fort Park. Oh my God, how easy and efficient and brilliant it has been to get an event with Fort Park for September. Yeah. We have
Annoyingly, I can't go. But
we have already sold out.
Yeah.
That event is sold out. It was sold out within an hour.
10 seconds.
I literally sent a message out to everyone who's been attending events lately. It's about over 100 people. Sent messages out and said, right, I've got this itinerary for Fort Park. Would you be interested? And within an hour, PBE's PayPal was going ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh, right, okay. I'm at work here. I can't write all these bookings down for the event. But the uptake on that was so big that, yeah, I emailed Fort Park back the next day and went, yeah, we're doing it.
We've done it.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we might have just sold it.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. But Leesburg, they provided the best event for Pleasure Beach experience ever last year, and I'm sure they'll do the same again in July.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see the likes of you and Mullet doing that.
Having had the pleasure of speaking to
Andreas,
who's a top bloke, lovely bloke. Having had the pleasure of speaking to him last year, yeah, I can see why. I can see exactly the sort of attitude that's going on there.
Yeah.
Of how relaxed and laid back he is.
Yeah, and he's a great guy. I've met him a couple of times now, and last time we were at Leesburg, I emailed him a couple of days before and said, "Are you about? Would it be possible to do an interview with you for what was the first episode of Pleasure Beach Experience Monthly?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And he invited me and my brother into his office, and we're sat there in the CEO of Leesburg's office, and he's got an office which is as big as the place I live in, and it's just got Leesburg plans and from the past, no future plans, like Helix's plans and Valkyria and everything, all decorated in his office, and it was amazing. It was incredible. To be given that kind of access and to see that the planning that they did for Helix and the planning for Valkyria and plans beyond that, they're just such a great park, and they cannot do enough for people. They cannot do enough. I mean, there's so many British enthusiasts who went to Leesburg last year, either on our trip or on different trips, and they looked after everyone. Free tickets on occasion, behind the scenes tours, everything, POVs, you name it, they will help people, and that is the kind of park and people that they go, if you're willing to come to my park, you're willing to support my park, you're willing to do it cover it in a video, talk about my park, I want you to come here, I want you to film it, and I'm going to look after you. And it is an incredible atmosphere at that place, and it's an incredible feeling of respect that I have got between everyone that I've ever spoke to at Leesburg. I'd never been to Leesburg before 2017, and I emailed Andreas and said, "We're coming along." And within 10 minutes he replied to my email. I emailed him at midnight, and I got a reply saying, "You're more than welcome, I'll meet you on your first day here." It was like, wow. So
I've never heard anyone have a bad thing to say about Leesburg.
No.
And I'll tell you where else is the same, is Europa Park.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone have a bad word to say about Europa Park.
No.
And I can see why, having been there.
I honestly didn't think it'd be that good, but I was overwhelmed. I was just so surprised at how good it is.
It's brilliant.
I mean, I've said so many times on camera that theming doesn't really bother me, but Europa Park is so well themed and it just flows so well. But the best thing about their ride operations, they are just incredible. How many trains did they run on Blue Fire? I don't even know there was that many.
3 when we were there.
It must have been 3. It felt like more when we were on it. It was just crazy.
4. Definitely 3.
I reckon it was 4 when we were there.
Definitely 3. I know that. And Matt Bobson with 4 trains on it.
I know.
What's that all about? Granted, the way they have it,
you sit down and you go.
Yeah, there's always one stacked. That's the way the ride works. There's always one stacked. But
there's bums on seats.
Yeah,
more important.
It's just. But part of what helps it is that they don't, which sometimes causes problems here. They don't hold people in queues. They just have this free for all on the platform.
Yeah.
And what happens is, because I noticed this with Silver Star.
The same at least.
Silver Star is so efficient because there's always 5 trains worth of people
in air gates
ready to go.
Well, in an air gate queue, yeah.
Well, it's just a big scrum.
Well, you wait until you see Leesburg. It's exactly the same. Yeah. Leesburg Bannon Station. I don't know if it's changed now. I don't know if they did put new trains on it. I know they were on about it. I'm pretty sure they've done it.
But they were talking about putting identical trains
on.
Well,
that station is a free-for-all, but it's an excellent free-for-all because it just works. Helix is the same. The only issue with Helix is you go up into the station and the back row is there. So people wait for the back row and get in the way. But the staff are good at just saying, come on, move down. It hasn't got a front row queue. It could do with one. The only difference with Helix, really, is it's got seatbelts, which Andreas did explain in the interview. But you don't really notice them when you're on the ride. But Helix is still my #1 coaster, and I've got a feeling it will be at the end of the year because I just love the airtime on it. It's got 3 amazing airtime moments, which is just incredible. I'm just glad I'm going next month because it wasn't going to be happening. But I'm taking Mullet with me, and that's his first trip to Leesburg, so we're going to do a vlog, and I'm sure he'll be very excitable. I don't think I'm going to get him on Atmosphere, unfortunately, which is a drop tower, but we can always drag him on it.
We can try.
We can try. Or alcohol, that normally works.
Yeah, but how big a load are you going to need to take out to get Mullet pissed at Leesburg?
Yeah, that's a fair point. We'll maybe have to take some cans with us. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to get them in.
Or buy some cheap vodka or something and just pour it down. You're going to have to do that, aren't you?
Yeah. So we're also thinking on that particular trip when we go in July, Groenland.
We are looking into this, by the way, guys.
Gonna be...
This started as a couple of people with a suggestion of going on one day, and it's grown into about 20
Well,
people.
this idea of turning it into an event pretty much started about 2 days ago when I said to Becca, do you think Charlie will be alright if we travel to Groenland for the day? Yeah, let's do it, right? Let's do it then. Because I obviously would do it if we didn't have Charlie to think about, but we do have Charlie to think about, and I don't want Charlie to be upset because he's had to travel on a plane for the first time and then all the way to Groenland the next day and then back to Gothenburg. But we reckon he's going to be alright. I mean, if we go on public transport, he can watch out the windows, he can interact, there's going to be loads of us going.
There'll be about 20 of us. Rather than again, he'll be source of entertainment.
Yeah, he will, especially because he is quite entertaining on the train. He just generally shouts out the window. So, yeah, he just shouts out the window. So, well, he doesn't do it out the window. He thinks he's doing it out the window.
But yeah, there's a few of us going there, so we are looking at doing it.
I don't know if I've told Mike about this trip, because I've certainly not told anyone on a video yet, because I only booked it yesterday. Wallaby Holland, Untamed opening day. I'm doing it.
What day is that?
I'm going. 1st of July, it's Monday. Booked it, packed it, not quite effed off.
Up it, backed it, top.
Yes, pretty much, with a Solero. But yeah, it's happening. Obviously, not the world's biggest fan of RMC coasters, but
it can't be any worse than what it was.
It's going to be better than Robin Hood.
It can't be any worse.
And I didn't go to Wallaby last year, which really hurts me, so I'm going this time. So I'm flying quite early on Sunday morning before Untamed opens, in the hope that because Untamed's opening the next day, that Wallaby's going to be dead, and then I'm going to sit on speed of sound all day. Rave on an orange roller coaster.
Buckle up, it's a thrill.
So off camera, I'm going to bully Mike into booking his flights. So it's going to be, you will do it.
You are going.
You are going. So yeah.
Yeah. Another one. Part Warner.
Yeah.
Back to Part Warner.
Yes, we booked that as well. Since we did
RMC it. Coastal
Express, alright.
RMC it!
Chill out, there is neighbours. No, since we did the This Is Where We're Going video, we've booked quite a lot of the trips that we were talking about. So Part Warner's...
We've either booked them or
we've got hotels at least booked,
them.
But I had a bit of a booking spree the other day, and Part Warner, Wallaby Holland...
Well, this is the beauty of having a Booking.com Genius account.
Yes, it is. It does help. You get discounts left, right, and centre. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Put it this way: we've managed to get our hotels for Brooklyn and Pittsburgh for what it's like
pennies.
It's like 150 quid or something in it for the 2 nights each.
Can't remember.
It's I know it's not much.
So, I think we're going to cut it there because we
could go on for hours.
We could go on for hours and. We're very worried.
Of course, we are going to do Halloween.
Yeah, we've got loads of Halloween plans as well. We'll tell you about those probably August time.
When we know what we might be doing.
I'd imagine going back to Farmageddon, Screenfest Burton, Tully's Farm. Yeah. They're all a given. They're absolutely happening.
Can we put Mark at the front?
We'll just put Mark at the front of everything. He is just at the front of everything.
The slump on.
I'm going to put that on this bit now. You're going to see that.
Brilliant.
If you didn't watch the Tully's vlog, I know it's not Halloween. I'm really sorry, Mark. I know it's not Halloween,
Mark,
but I'm just going to show some clips now of Mark.
It's brilliant.
twisted clowns.
Just a pointer. There may be some foul language coming.
No,
up.
don't worry. It'll still be us talking. It'll just be on the screen now. You'll just see Mark absolutely bricking it because it was.
He doesn't like clowns.
It was the funniest maze I've ever been through, and it was meant to be scary, but it wasn't because Mark made it funny.
Mark doesn't like clowns.
No,
He doesn't like things jumping out at him.
but we like to put him at the front.
We like, especially when it's a 3D maze where clowns jump out at you.
He kept volunteering to go at the front though. So yeah, we're definitely going to
Suspicious,
Sully's. Definitely going to
Towers.
Thorpe, Farmageddon, Screenfest Burton, Tully's Farm. They will all be happening. Definitely. Going to focus more on the UK events rather than the European Halloween this year. Going to try and do as many as possible. There is quite a
What
lot.
else we get invited to?
Yeah, I mean, we did get invited to quite a lot of media events last year, and to be honest, I've already had a couple of emails just at the end of last year. Halloween was coming to an end, and a couple of people did email and say, really loved your coverage, will you come and cover our event next year? So absolutely.
Yes.
If we can go to any event we can get to, we'll do it. North, south, wherever, we'll go. If we've got the chance, whether it's a press event or a normal event.
The problem we had
we'll
last
just go.
year was them all landing on.
A lot of them landed
right
on the
next-
same day. Yeah.
Or very close to it, or where we were at one end of the country and couldn't get back down the other
Well,
end
a
of the
lot of
country.
them landed when we were in Holland and Germany as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So they landed then, or they
We'll
landed
just say
on the
we've
same
not
day.
booked stuff that week this year.
No, this year, September and October has been kept clean because I just want to do as many Halloween events as possible. And like I say, even if we don't attend press events, which we won't always do,
No.
if there's the option to film in some of the mazes or speak to the cast and stuff on camera, which we've done quite a bit last year, it's well worth doing. And we absolutely loved all the Halloween events we did last year. I mean, Tully's Farm wasn't a press event,
I'm not
but
even a
it gave
massive
us...
fan of the Halloween stuff, but I think I really enjoyed some of the stuff we did last year.
It's grown on me
Yeah.
so much, Halloween events over time, especially like Tully's Farm wasn't a press event, but they give us amazing access to lots of filming the mazes and everything. It was just brilliant. But yeah, we're gonna cut it there now, so I'll let Mike do a little jibber jabber and then I'll do a closing speech.
Really got much jibber jabber ever.
Have you not? I
Not
thought you were
really,
gonna,
no.
I thought you were at least going to say thanks for watching.
Well, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
He's bloody
I'm
rusty,
back.
isn't he? He's rusty, isn't he? He needs some camera training. We're going to go off camera now. We're going to give him some camera training and be like, right, remember, you're actually supposed to talk when I don't. Otherwise, Mullet's coming in. We've got Mullet Mondays. Can you imagine that? Hey, different beer.
It'll just be from various nightclubs around.
It'll just be
around London.
Wetherspoons.
Well, yeah. It'll just be various pubs and nightclubs around the south of England.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've made it this far in the video. I appreciate we've rambled, but we've had too much to catch up with. So
Yeah.
PBE Monthly is back now. It's going to be back every month. We're going to be looking for people to interview from the industry again. So if you are in the theme park industry and you'd like to feature in our show, be interviewed, tell us about your company, tell us about a project, anything, we're open to doing that because we always like to cover people and show people what you guys do in the industry. Holovis was a great one. We've interviewed Andreas.
Yeah.
We've interviewed Jordan from Fort. We've interviewed loads of people for PBE Monthly. Andy at Pleasure Beach.
Yeah.
Tony at Towers as well. We interviewed Tony. So it's been great and we're looking to do more stuff like that again. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching and we'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video. Thanks again.